Minority Radio.
Welcome, this is 5RoundMMA. My name is Alex Ramirez, alongside my co-host Albert Cita. And on the phone we have us joining from Orlando, Florida, Guillermo Cita. Gentlemen, how's it going?
Say hello to my little friend.
It's getting more and more like Miami or Florida every week we talk to you, man.
The next time I see him, he's going to have nothing but white clothes on.
Smoking Cuban cigars.
Yeah, smoking Cuban cigars.
He quotes Scarface daily. You have your own what?
I have my wife's door coming on Amazon.
Oh, yeah? So today's show, mostly we'll have the fallback from UFC 212. We have an undisputed featherweight champion crowned on Saturday night. We'll also talk about some of the headlines between Dana White and Demetrious Johnson. Also look forward to next week's Derek Lewis versus Mark Hunt matchup. Let's get started with round number one, guys. Let's go ahead and get to it. We got NBA Finals to watch.
Yep.
Oh.
Ding, ding. Woo, the Warriors be freaking killing the king, bro.
LeBron. Come on.
How you a king when you can't even sit on your throne, son?
Exactly.
Being to the NBA Finals 7 years in a row.
And the Eastern Division that
blah,
sucks.
blah, blah. You got to win, bro. You got to win. It's that simple.
Yeah.
He does.
He could be in the finals 20 times in his career, but if he still only has 3 rings, he's garbage. And with that said, the round already started.
Round number one. So UFC 212 is in the history books. We have a now undisputed featherweight champion in Max Holloway. He defeated José Aldo with the TKO in round number 3. I'm always hesitant to say, this is the blank era, but people are saying this is the blessed era. Max blessed Holloway. I think the guy's super young. Who's how many wins?
He's 25.
Been at it
he has an
forever.
11-fight win streak.
Yeah.
It's hard. I get it, but it's hard to not say it. I mean, I don't think I've seen a prospect like this since, I want to say John Jones, but a little bit more like Phil Davis, to tell you the truth.
Or since BJ Penn.
Or BJ Penn, you're right.
Guillermo, are we in the blessed era right now?
I don't know, dude. I don't think I was convinced last night. I said unanimous draw. I think it was pretty close to a draw.
Whoa.
If you ask me.
It was a finish, right?
In the third round. Yeah, if you guys go on our Instagram page at 5RoundMMA, Guillermo actually picked it to be a draw.
A unanimous draw.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I don't know.
A majority draw.
I don't know. You know what? I'm happy with Max Holloway. I do agree that, man, if you're talking about Mousasi being hot, man, Max Holloway's hot.
Yeah.
He's been
I just like his confidence in general. But to me, that those first 2 rounds, José Aldo could have finished Max Holloway. I feel like Max Holloway was in trouble.
I think he landed those hard shots, but
Go ahead, Guillermo, finish.
What I was going to say is, right now,
let me correct Guillermo, because we're not going to hear him anyways. Let me correct him real quick. Max Holloway was in the world of hurt, I agree. But if you watch his previous fight, the guy has a granite head, and he has beautiful movement. As soon as he took those 3 hard shots, he was easily moved out of the way and then adapted to it, just like Max Holloway always does. If you even watch that first Conor McGregor fight, even though Conor McGregor blew out his knee pretty early, he took some vicious shots from Conor McGregor and was able to adapt to it. And on top of that, while I'm on the Conor McGregor subject, did you guys catch his Conor McGregorism?
No.
He kind of did a little Conor McGregor stance.
Was it McGregor?
Yeah. Just, I think he just wanted to put some salt in there.
It's a little McGregor/Diaz brothers right there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I find it crazy that you guys just off José Aldo because it's on Anderson Silva type of weave and wob, and he guessed wrong on the head movement and got caught with the straight jab. So I'm just surprised how you guys are not backing up José Aldo.
No. I mean, Jose was obviously the way he acted after the fight, like it was a unjust stoppage. It was the stoppage was just.
I agree that José Aldo wasn't out of the fight, but if you're not defending yourself, and I mean the ref, I could have clearly saw the ref tell him, "Come on, dude, do something else other than just block there," because you have to intentionally defend yourself. It's not just blocking his punches or being able to absorb his punches. You gotta somehow show that you're still in the fight.
But it felt like he was recovering, or he was never really as much trouble as he was originally.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like.
No, I agree, but when you don't do nothing but keep on blocking for a minute, there's no other. I don't think you have any other choices, but stop it.
Yeah, and also too, I think I kept seeing on Twitter and people were even like high-profile MMA personalities are saying, "Oh, well, this is just proof that Conor McGregor broke Jose Aldo long ago." Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that to Max Holloway. Do not bring in Conor McGregor in this night.
If anything,
this was Max Holloway's night. Don't say anything like that.
And he had a matchup before Max Holloway. He had a matchup with Frankie Edgar, and he had a wonderful performance. And I thought José Aldo actually looked better this time around.
Yeah, I saw multiple people say, "Oh, well, it's just proof that McGregor broke Jose Aldo." I mean,
but don't get it wrong, Conor does break fighters.
Come on, Guillermo.
He broke him mentally, and he broke him in his chin because now he has a weak chin and the jab.
I mean, I'll give that to Chad Mendes. I'm pretty sure. After Conor, he'll never be the same again.
But I mean, he is kind of obviously it's a heartbreaking loss for Aldo in his home crowd in Brazil. I mean, he thought it was an unjust stoppage, but I mean, you can't just give up your back and He turtled up, and then you have to. He wasn't trying to get out of the. He wasn't trying to get out of the position. He gave up his back, turtled up. I mean, I don't know how much time was on the round.
There's still a couple of minutes, so it wasn't like he could just last the round either.
Max was pacing himself. I mean, I don't know. So,
well, to answer your question, Alex, is I don't think it's Max Holloway's reign yet, or what'd you say to begin with?
The blessed era.
Even though he has an 11-fight win streak, no other featherweight has ever had a streak like that. And now, not only was he the interim champ, now he unified the belt,
undisputed champion,
and he's the undisputed champion.
I don't think it's his era just yet because he needs to retain the title a little bit longer for me to say, hey, it's the Holloway era.
Look, I mean, like, let's go down the list real quick. Frankie Edgar, Ricardo Lamas, Cub Swanson, Korean Zombie. Guess what? José Aldo already beat them, and guess who just beat José Aldo?
You're jumping
Max
ahead.
Holloway.
That's going to be round number 2, Albert. So when we come back, we're going to talk about what needs to be done to officially enter the blessed era, and who should be Max Holloway's first challenger? Should it be those guys that one of the guys that Albert listed, or someone else? So before we do that, let's talk about 5 Rounds clothing line. 5 Rounds offers a unique collection of apparel and accessories by incorporating the culture, style, and attitude of mixed martial arts. They are constantly evolving and improving to become the best fightwear company in the MMA world. Check out their line of t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and other great accessories at FiveRounds.net. That's FiveRounds.net. They're also on Twitter at 5RoundsWear. It's the number 5RoundsWear, and on Instagram at 5Rounds_. 5 Rounds. Get it on. All right, welcome back. Time for round number 2. So Guillermo wants at least 1 or 2 title defenses for Max Holloway to officially say we're in the blessed era. Albert gave a list off in the previous round about the I guess the top 5 in the division right now.
Yeah, I give you the top 5 that José Aldo beat. All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
But, I mean, the top 2 contenders right now are Frankie Edgar, who's on a 2-fight win streak, but who last lost to Jose Aldo. And also, I think, Cub Swanson, who's on a 4-fight win streak, but his last 2 losses were to Max Holloway and Frankie Edgar. And there's also, I mean, people are going to throw out Conor McGregor, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. I saw some other people tweet out.
Even Ricardo Lamas is me. I think Max Holloway already beat Ricardo Lamas.
Yeah, he did. But he also he was supposed to fight the Korean Zombie UFC 214 in Anaheim, but that got pulled out because Korean Zombie's hurt now. So Ricardo Lamas is up in the air.
I think it's clear to say that he's going to face Frankie Edgar next. I think there's no way around it. I think Frankie Edgar is the only real exclusive contender here. And then if Korean Zombie can get another huge win, I think he's next in line.
Yeah, I actually want Cub Swanson ahead of him because it's 4-5
win streak. But there's no way I think Cub Swanson skips the line because of his previous loss to Max Holloway already.
Yeah, I just think because Frankie got lost in the open interim featherweight title, the Jose Aldo, I think he should maybe take a backseat to Cub Swanson, just give somebody else a fresh look at it. That's my opinion.
But Max Holloway has never faced Frankie Edgar, and the guy's looking his best right now too.
Yeah, so I don't get. What do you think?
I think it's Frankie, to be honest with you, and I think Jose Aldo's still in the mix. To be honest with you, I don't think.
I think Jose Aldo needs to face our boy Pantera now.
No, well, I agree that Jose Aldo will not get a rematch, but he's still in contention. I still think he'll probably face a number 1 contender type fight, and then he can even get back up, see if he can dethrone Max Holloway. Does
it excite you if they were announced Cub Swanson versus Jose Aldo
again?
Yeah, again.
Not really.
It'll be the 3rd time, right?
Second or 3rd time.
I know the first one was a vicious loss on the part of Cub Swanson.
That Pantera versus Jose Aldo really intrigued me, but then that's too much for him because.
Or they can roll out that Korean Zombie one.
Yeah.
Technically, that wasn't a clear win. It was a stoppage.
Yeah. But it looks like, even though I'm pushing for Cub Swanson, it looks like it's going to be Frankie. I mean, that was the consensus on Twitter. Everybody was saying, a couple people, even MMA reporters were saying, oh, I really want to see Holloway versus Tony Ferguson. I was like, I know. I was like, what the heck? Like, why would you create that mess for?
Yeah,
a few people said that.
There's still a few contenders in there that I think is interesting. One being, the Frankie Edgar matchup.
Yeah.
Even the Cub Swanson rematch isn't far fetched. You still got the Korean Zombie in the mix. You still got Do Ho Choi, who win almost the fight of the year, I think, with Cub Swanson, and then we got Pantera that's still in the mist.
Yeah. Hey, Guillermo, what does it say about your boy Frankie Edgar that after all these years he's still around and like honestly probably next in line for a title shot? When people always try to count him out, like, oh, this guy's done. Frankie's a gatekeeper. Even on the show, he's a gatekeeper. We call him a gatekeeper. He's done. Just face anybody outside the top 5. If you want to be in the top 5, you got to be Frankie Edgar. And now he's probably more likely on his way to a title shot in the near future.
You guys, Albert and Alex, are a joke that you guys can't even see how good Frankie Edgar really is.
And I would never see how good Frankie Edgar is. The guy's 35 years old. He's from New Jersey. He already had the big fights and lost against Spencer Henderson twice. Lost against José Aldo twice. And you're gonna tell me, Guillermo, I'm supposed to put all my eggs in my basket in Frankie Edgar.
No matter what you say, 10 years in the top contending in 2 weight classes, that's amazing.
So,
no one's arguing about if he's going to join the Hall of Fame.
So basically, we should prepare ourselves for the Max Holloway, Frankie Edgar trilogy. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
The first fight's going to be super close, and then Frankie's going to lose a decision.
The best scenario, I kid you not, I'm going to pray to all the gods that Max Holloway finishes Frankie Edgar in that fight, because I do not want to see another trilogy with Frankie Edgar with anybody.
It'd be a good year and a half for at least Max Holloway get legit money here, but that might happen. I mean, especially the high level of the first couple rounds with the Max Holloway versus José Aldo fight, that was super technical. You can tell these are 2 guys who are professional fighters when at it, and you can't expect nothing less when Frankie Edgar's in the ring with an octagon with somebody. So it looks like it's going to be Frankie Edgar. I'm still campaigning for Cub Swanson just because I think it'd be more an exciting fight, as opposed not as technical as the Frankie Edgar versus Max Holloway, but maybe Cub could lure Max into a brawl for a little bit. That'd be kind of fun to watch, because you know what you get with Frankie. You get a super technical fight that's going to be above everybody's heads who's never fought before. So but I mean, props to Frankie. He's probably more likely going to get it, as long as Conor McGregor stays out of the woodwork. And I think Chad Mendes suspension, he got a 2-year suspension, right, or 1-year suspension?
I think it was a 2-year suspension. So we won't hear Chad Mendes for a while. But we will see him in more submission grappling thing. For those people that don't know and don't follow submission grappling, he actually just submitted a world champion just recently. I think he was doing some announcement for the Gracie Brothers little submission promotion that we're doing too. So Chad Mendes is actually starting off his submission career off pretty good, and I think we're going to see him a lot more in the submission thing, especially since he's serving his suspension.
I think isn't Jake Shields like the undisputed champion of everything?
He beat Conor McGregor's boy, his jiu-jitsu coach. Just recently.
He beat Machida not that long ago.
And he beat Machida, which freaking blew me out. I saw that match. I was so angry. I couldn't believe Machida lost that way.
So Jake Shields, the champion of submission grappling underground. So that's it for round number 2. We're going to come back and talk about the rest of the UFC 212 card and some highlights from that night. But before we do that, let's talk about Mobilitas Mobility Tools, the best mobility tools on the planet. Durable, portable, manufacturer release products designed with more grip to help you improve performance and recover faster, so you get the best workout possible. Visit yourjointshouldn'thurt.com. That's yourjointshouldn'thurt.com. They're also on Instagram at Mobilitas. They're also featured in this month's Men's Health magazine. Go to Facebook. That's on Facebook as well. And visit youtube.com/yourjointshouldn'thurt. Round number 3 coming up. Welcome back. Time for round number 3. Let's take a look at the rest of the UFC 212 card other than the main event. Claudia Galdelha defeated Carolina via submission in the first round. She's the first fighter to finish Carolina. This matchup kind of deflated for me because both of them. Well, Carolina said she would want to face Joanna Jay again, or she's kind of mad that she lost her first fight that she kind of thought had some her moments there. But Claudia said, no, if I do win, I want to fight at least 2 more times before I face Joanna Jay again. So this fight kind of didn't do anything at all as far as
the strawweight division,
because they're just beating up on each other, and then whenever they face Joanna Jay, they lose. So I mean, it's not really a needle mover.
I was just disappointed because I think it didn't really get the best display of both women. I think, even though Claudia had an amazing submission. Go
ahead, Guillermo.
If anything, it showed that Claudia was very dominant and very good.
I don't know, because
you get a striker down.
Carolina looked like she was a little bit lazy on the ground. I think she just was a little bit too confident, to tell the truth.
Why are you taking the credit from out of Claudia Galdelha, whatever, or however you pronounce it? You're such a hater today. What'd you drink today? You haterade?
Yep.
It starts to LeBron James, and they went down from
there. Well,
yeah.
I knew I was going to watch the Cleveland Cavaliers later, so I made sure to drink my haterade real early today.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what's next for the strawweight division. I don't know if Claudia maybe face Michelle Watterson or Paige Manson or Rosa Namajunas, who's next for her.
And then we got a taste of this Legacy League.
Or Legends League, whatever.
Or Legends League that Vitor Belfort threw out. And we got a nice little taste of it.
So coming into this, I thought this was going to be his retirement match. He
said no.
He said, he wanted one more fight in Brazil. Yeah. He wanted to fight somebody he could beat, basically. So I want to fight somebody, who I could, take care of and get an easy win in my native Brazil. It was a unanimous decision win over Nate Marquardt. But then after the fight, Belfort's like, I can fight 5 more times, guys. As long as they're all in Brazil, I'm cool with that. Which I'm pretty sure the UFC can arrange, because they're in Brazil about 3-4 times a year anyway. So you can fight maybe twice in a year.
And I don't know if you saw how many Vitor heads were out there. Man, that guy has a huge fan base in Brazil. I mean, literally, everybody did that chant. I'm taking his head off, wherever it is. He was the only one that I saw some clever chants out there. They even had a whole little song for him. Yeah. Vitor is very loved in Brazil, and I can see that. I mean, if he only has to fight 2-3 times a year when they do go to Brazil, that works out perfectly.
Yeah. Grandma, you think as long as it's in Brazil, Belfort could fight 5 more times?
What a joke. I can't believe you guys are even wasting time suggesting that. I mean, hey, by the way, give me a paycheck for me to sell out this arena, but I don't want to contend for a title. Like, who says that? I mean, like, this guy trying to hold on to as much he has left in terms of marketability. Yeah. And it makes sense. You're trying to collect the paycheck as much as you can before you retire, but competitively, that's a joke to me. Yeah. I mean,
look,
I'm not. You want to strive for the best.
I'm not trying to play devil's advocate or even give credit to Vitor Belfort, but let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, guys. He faced just the most recent battles, just so you know, it's Kevin Gastelum, right? Gegard Mousasi, and then Jacare. Really, like you're gonna pretty much shit on him for facing the top 3 guys in his division and losing. And the guy's 40 years old, and he lost against the top 3 guys in the division. These 3 guys can easily be the champion in any organization. He loses to them, so I think we're being just a little bit too harsh on Vitor Belfort's wishes to just face in Brazil.
You know what you're forgetting?
What am I forgetting?
A loss, and a loss. And he said, you know what? I can't compete. I'm going to retire.
They can't compete with the top 5, but...
one fight left in my contract. Give me the easiest guy I can possibly beat.
I have no problem with that.
Sorry.
Remember when he called it CM Punk?
I have no problem with that either. I want to see that CM Punk matchup.
And then once he said he was going to retire, then he changes his mind because it was easy for him. Like, come on.
Let me throw some names at you, Guillermo. We still got Sam Alvey out there. You're going to tell me you're not going to see him against Daniel Kelly.
No, Sam Alvey's legit, bro. He's fighting Rashad Evans next.
Titus Latest.
Give me Tim Bosch.
Rashad Evans fight. Thank you for even bringing him up. Let's say Vitor gets winner out of Sam Alvey and Rashad Evans. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Get him Tim Bosch out there, right?
What does that do for me, Albert? What does that do for me?
That puts him in the middle of the card, and it's a good transitional from when you're about to go to the bathroom and getting ready for the main event.
Vitor Belfort versus Nate Marquardt, your potty break and popcorn break. For real.
Also, too, you guys remember when Eric Silva was supposed to be good?
Wow, you really had. I thought we were going to keep this in a private message. Alex.
TKO, Yancy Medeiros, and then also Marlon Moraes, former World Series of Fighting bantamweight champion, made his debut. Actually lost a split decision to Rafael Ascenso. People were saying jitters, but Ascenso was also that good.
Yeah.
Too. So I think both men don't take a total loss. Moraes, I think, will be fine.
I think this card gets a solid B-.
Yeah. What about you, Guillermo?
I don't know. I want to say
C.
B.
Yeah.
You know what? To me, the most exciting fight. The problem was the names. There were somewhat names there, but some of the fights were kind of boring. Even the Morales fight against. I
know, bro. The Brian Morales fight was very flat. I was pretty irritated.
The Vitor Belfort fight was flat. To me, the most entertaining fight was the jiu-jitsu fight at middleweight. Those guys with the figure 4 leg locks. Oh my God! I was like, whose ankle's gonna break? So I was like in suspense in that one.
Yeah.
But to be honest, that was the highlight of the pay-per-view besides the Max Holloway win. Those are the two biggest highlights from the card.
Yeah, this was all the crowning of Max Holloway or José Aldo. This card was about that main event. So, so that's it for round number 3 and UFC 212 in the history books. Congrats to Max Holloway, the undisputed champ. Blessed. We'll see if we're in the blessed era in the future. That's it for round number 3. We're going to take a small break and then come back and enter the championship rounds. But before we do that, let's talk about Rockin Green eco-friendly cleaning products. Rockin Green is an award-winning manufacturer of eco-friendly cleaning products designed to make cleaning easier and greener. Rockin Green products are all natural, cleaner, and are made with biodegradable plant-based ingredients. Visit rockingreen.com for more information and to shop all their great lines of products. They're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Rockin Green, stay clean. Championship rounds coming up. All right, let's get some out of the Octagon news here. We always tend to do. So, reported last week that TJ Dillashaw is willing to drop down to 125 and challenge Mighty Mouse Johnson, not only for his belt but also to stop the 10 successful title defenses in a row?
Yeah.
For the record, right?
To beat the record.
It'd be 11, right?
To beat the record, yeah.
So, and Mighty Mouse said, no, I'm not going to do that. TJ Dillashaw should face somebody in the flyweight division to earn a title shot, not just given one. And then that kind of irked Dana White, who went on his the UFC's official Unfiltered podcast. I guess it's breaking news. I don't know.
It's official.
Anyway, so he said, quote, this is from Dana White, quote, I have a fight with Demetrious Johnson where he's on his way to break the record, Anderson Silva's record for most title defenses. And TJ Dillashaw can't fight Cody No Love because Cody screwed up his back. And TJ's like, I can make this weight, and I'm going to stop him from breaking that record. DJ doesn't want the fight. DJ doesn't want to fight him. It's insanity. Unfortunately for DJ, you don't make the fights around here. I do. Johnson versus Dillashaw is a fight we're pushing for, end quote. So,
honestly, I am the #1 Dana White hater in the world. I dare you to find someone that hates Dana White more than I do. I hate the guy. I despise the guy. I think the guy doesn't even deserve to be in the business. But you know what? I 100% agree with this statement. I think what he's doing is actually smart. I give him kudos for finally growing some balls and giving them the fight matchups that people want. Let's keep it real. No disrespect to any of the flyweights out there, but we gotta make that. They have to make that division entertaining. They have to make that division pay-per-view quality. And I think a way to lead into it is to do that TJ Dillashaw versus DJ matchup. It's mind-blowing that DJ wouldn't take it because it does so much for the weight class and so much for his stock. He was going to get pay-per-view numbers if he takes this fight. I mean, what more you want? You're going to get the money. You're going to get the exposure. You're going to bring up the whole division as a whole. It blows my mind why he wouldn't be more inclined to take this fight.
Guillermo, what do you think? You're laughing there in the middle.
I was full of it today, man. Okay, #1 Dana White hater, and now you're going to defend Dana White when it had it been anybody else. He would have been, yes, you don't want to fight TJ Dillashaw, let me find someone else for you, right? But no, you attacked Demetrious Johnson when I think it's very unfair, unjust when everybody else gets to pick their matchup. Look at Michael Bisping. He gets to pick his matchups. He picked Hendo.
That's a good point.
There was legitimate #1 contenders that deserved it way more than Hendo ever did. So come on, for Demetrious Johnson, I see what the ploy is. It's like, oh, Dana White doesn't want me to get this record or something.
It's not that. Just don't make it a walk in the park either. And also, why not make it more meaningful? Is my biggest thing here. Let's make that win streak, that break. Not only did he break Anderson Silva's record, he did it against a guy that was the former champion in another division. Yeah. Let's make it mean something.
My thing is, like, sometimes you can, Dana White, whether he does it on purpose or not, he lets his relationships with fighters become public, and this is a prime example of this. Like, you made a good point. Michael Bisping got to pick his fight. Conor McGregor got to pick between Nate Diaz, Cowboy Cerrone, and Anthony Pettis. Remember when Dos Anjos got hurt? Who do you want to fight? The three guys. Conor McGregor picked that, and you're saying, "No, you don't make the fights here. I do." I mean, sometimes Dana White just doesn't show. She shows too much, and whether if it's a tough love for DJ, like, "Hey DJ, I'm trying to help you here." You know, maybe that's what he's trying to do. It's just kind of like. You can't be both. You can't be both. You can't be their friends and their boss at the same time. Be one or the other. Don't be both.
I agree with that statement, but I still say there's no. You can't tell me or argue one negative reason of facing TJ Dillashaw. Like, there's no negative why to face him.
I'm a big fan of this fight. TJ Dillashaw
exactly.
Demetrious Johnson. The way it went about is totally wrong, dude. That's what I don't agree. Let Demetrious Johnson, if he doesn't want to fight TJ Dillashaw, let him decide that. Until Dana White can show consistency in doing that, then we can talk about it. But right now it's so inconsistent. You have one guy that's going to be out for 2 years and still hold the belt, and two different weight classes. That's why we have interim belts. If you think about it, and if you think about it, 3 weight classes, because Conor McGregor owns 2 of them. It's totally unfair, Albert, and for you to say, yes, of course, we do want to see this fight, and Dana White's smart because of that, bull crap. It's like, yes, we want to see this fight, but
I never say he was smart.
The longest reigning champ that we have, let him decide, let him pick the shot.
I'm just going to finish my statement with, let's not lie to ourselves. We wanted to see that Michael Bisping, Dan Henderson matchup. Let's not lie to ourselves.
That's true. Maybe Dana White is a genius after all. That's it for round number 4. We got one more round coming up. We're talking about the Derek Lewis Mark Hunt fight in the next weekend, actually, I think June 11th. Before we do that, let's talk about Redemption Martial Arts. The RMMA Foundation is a non-profit organization with the primary goal of bringing awareness to the bullying epidemic and providing people with accessible training and resources to help them combat bullying confrontations. Team RMMA consists of individuals from all walks of life who share a common passion for making a difference and serving as anti-bullying activists. If you're interested in being a member of Team RMMA or want more information, please visit redemptionmartialarts.com. They're also on all forms of social media. Rise up against bullying. 5th and final round coming up. All right, let's get the fifth and final round going. But before we do that, let's talk about FightBookMMA.com. FightBookMMA.com is the only place you'll find real combat sports news from all over the world. A website you can trust with accurate news from MMA, kickboxing, and boxing. They cover all the local promotions to the major ones. UFC, LFA, King of the Cage, they're all there. Bellator, everything's there. Golden Boy Promotions. They're also on, like them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. They also have a great podcast section of a great collection of combat sports podcasts. I actually covered, we're actually on LFA 13 this Friday. We were there. Saw a great series of fights. Also a KO of the year by Dominic Reyes. If you guys don't want to taunt your opponent in the middle of a fight because you might get knocked out, it's exactly what happened. So go look it up on FightBookMMA.com, FightBookMMA.com, and FiveRoundMMA.com. We're all there too. FightBookMMA.com. Just book it and we're all good to go. Hey, Guillermo, real quick.
Yeah.
If Albert Pujols hits a home run and it's a 600 career home run at Angel Stadium, does it even happen?
Yeah, it happened.
Literally no headlines. I don't even remember seeing the little ESPN thing alert in the bottom when I was watching.
I didn't know he was chasing. I didn't even know he was chasing 600 home runs.
It was on SportsCenter.
What happened?
I said it was on SportsCenter, so obviously Albert doesn't want.
On the late edition, though.
The late edition, though. Yeah, I don't watch the 10 o'clock one.
Is it the ESPN from LA? Nobody watches that.
And with that said, round number 1.
So
round number 5.
Fifth and final round. Derek Lewis versus Mark Hunt, June 11th or 10 or 11. Depends because they're in Australia or New Zealand, so it's like a day ahead. But it's going to be airing on Saturday here, but Sunday over there. On UFC Fight Night. So this is basically the Derek Lewis show, I believe. If he can score a knockout over Mark Hunt. I know there's talks of... I think they want to push Cain Velasquez versus Stipe Miocic. But if Derek Lewis gets a one-punch knockout walk-away off of Mark Hunt, does he not jump ahead of that and get a title shot, guys?
I think you have to put all your eggs in that basket if you do see Derek Lewis get a vicious knockout Mark Hunt, because you really he's an advertising genius. I think if you follow him on social media, the guy has been cracking up left and right. Some of them they might be a little bit too pushy, but they're funny nonetheless. And it all comes from good. It's meant to be funny, not serious. If you guys haven't checked out one of his YouTube videos,
it's adult humor.
He has a cool MTV Crib style YouTube video out there, which is hilarious if you haven't seen it. So I do think they should really get behind Derek Lewis, and what better way to do it than put him with the biggest matchups you can in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, this is going to be in Mark Hunt's backyard in Auckland, New Zealand at the Spark Arena. Like I said, on June 11th there, but June 10th our time. Guillermo, what do you think about Derek Lewis if he gets a win over here? Over Mark Hunt.
So obviously, let me put Albert on check one more time. He must have Wikipedia right in front of him.
I do.
Mark Hunt's last couple of fights have all been knockouts. So the fact that Derek Lewis gets a knockout is not impressive to me. I mean, it's like add another one to the list of people that have knocked out Mark Hunt. That's all it is. Second of all, is Albert, why the hell are you typing in Black Beast on internet? Nobody.
I don't pick the nicknames, bro. That's what he calls himself.
You gotta be careful with that one. I'm also not comfortable calling him Black Beast, so I'll go Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
But my point is that, dude, this guy's not marketable as much as you think of. Nobody really. I have not seen any headlines regarding Derek Lewis. The only headline is any little smart remarks he makes on what is it?
Instagram?
The Ariel Hawani podcast.
The
MMA Hour.
Yeah,
which is 5 hours long
of interviews.
Like, let's keep it real.
Yeah.
This guy is not marketable yet. So just relax, Albert. He's not there yet. He needs that marquee win though. He needs a win over like a JDS, Cain Velasquez, Verdun.
Is this not like
that?
You're pretty much saying the same thing I'm saying, but just not giving Derek Lewis any props,
basically,
bro.
Prior to this, I mean, he did beat Roy Nelson, which was a split decision, but then he also knocked out Travis Brownie, or Brown, or Travis Rousey, actually, in the future. So I think this won't be on this is like another a stepstone for Derek Lewis.
Well, to tell you the truth, there's no other route to really go. Even if Derek Lewis loses or wins, it's only uphill. There is literally just Junior Dos Santos, Overeem, Velasquez, and Verdun. That's literally it. Yeah. Like, let's not kid ourselves. That's the heavyweight division, period. So there's no way to move. It's a lateral move if he loses, to tell you the truth. So the win, like Guillermo said, regardless, he's going to face the top 5, win or lose.
Yeah.
So it's only a step forward anyway.
I think there's also strong rumors going on that UFC's trying to put together Francis Ngannou, the Predator, against JDS.
Oh man.
So I
want to see that just because I want to see their JDS loss.
It looks like more like they probably want Francis to go ahead of Derek Lewis a little bit with with that matchup, I think. But obviously,
I wish I had Wikipedia in front of me so I could put you guys even more in.
But obviously, it seems like Plan A is Cain Velasquez, Plan B is Ngannou, and then Plan C is Derek Lewis. But because you never know what Cain anymore now, so I mean.
Thank you, Alex. You just put Albert in check because he's obviously the third choice.
But I mean, like looking now, but
when you guys start seeing Black Beast T-shirts out there
on Twitter, too.
And trending on Twitter, we'll see who gets checked, bro.
Hashtag Black Beast. This event too is also kind of it's a little.
And I will never ever talk smack about a guy that calls himself the Black Beast, bro.
You got the co-main event is Derek Brunson versus Dan Kelly. Ross Pearson's on this card against Dan Hooker. You got Tim Elliott facing Ben Nguyen. And other than that,
right?
What happened?
It's free, right?
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah. It's a little bit thin. It's on Fox Sports 1, but I think if you're going to tune in for the main event, it's going to happen. It's cool. Hopefully, next year,
man.
brutal knockout.
Did Derek Brunson's stock really fall? Wow. I have never seen a fighter's stock go so high and then drop so fast.
Yeah, you can't. The back-to-back losses to Robert Whittaker and then Anderson Silva. And can we stop calling Robert Whittaker Bobby Knuckles? Whoever started that and whoever's trying to stop it. It's not a thing. It's never going to be a thing. He said himself, my nickname's a Reaper. I don't want to be called Bobby Knuckles. Yeah. I saw a couple articles. Oh, Bobby Knuckles. Like, he doesn't want to be called that. No. It's a stupid nickname.
Reaper sounds cool.
Yeah, anyways, that's just a little sidebar. That's it for this week's show. Make sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Podomatic, and YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at FiveRoundMMA. It's FIVE Round MMA. Like us on Facebook, and please visit FiveRoundMMA.com. Albert, what do you got?
I just want to say, if anybody out there wants to go to an establishment that will show the UFC pay-per-view fights, please do not go to Boston's. restaurant. I'm not gonna be that guy and tell you specifically which Boston's, but just know that I called. They said they're gonna have the fight. They did not order the fight. I would never ever recommend anybody going to a Boston restaurant. I highly recommend you check out other places if you want to check out the UFC pay-per-view. Don't go to Boston's restaurant.
Don't go to those corporate chains.
Yeah,
go to your local bar.
Local bars, yeah. You're better off with that. I was so disgusted. Anyways, thanks for listening.
Local businesses here.
And Guillermo, just so you know, I keep getting Instagram followers on the daily now. So I guess thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. You can maybe you should start posting up a little bit more at Cito Wars.
Quit putting my handle out there.
He likes the attention. All right, again, what do you got?
Oh, yeah, the cream of the crop.
You are now listening to FRMMA Radio.